Welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh?
Hey, I already knew how you may scoff, but I know a fresh face when I see one. I can say that because I'm a newcomer too. My name is Bro, but they put me in charge of cooking for some reason. I want to say something fancy like, for today's menu, we have fruit and mushroom mix. That'll rev you right up. Yeah, I was really looking forward to saying that, but I'm plumb out of apples. If I don't have my most important ingredient, say goodbye to fuck. Yep. My nose is detecting an aroma. Sweet, tangy, pleasant aroma. Could it be? Do you have an apple? Take this. Wow, you're really generous. I'm giving you first crack at some good grub. Hold on a sec. I'm calling it Burmano Special Fruit and Mushroom Mix. Looks tasty, doesn't it? I like to make a big deal out of it, but anyone can make it. All you need is an apple, a mushroom, and a pot. You should try making some. Oh, it's you, Link. Pardon me for being lost in my work here. This map tends to give. Are you interested in different peoples of Firewall and where they live? When I'm out of deployment, I spend hours poring over our maps. As such, I'm the most knowledgeable in Lookout Landing about various people and their towns and villages. It's various people. Aside from us Highlands, there are 4 other peoples here in Hyrule: the Rito, the Gorons, the Sora, and the Gerudo. Each live in a different area and have their own unique traits, whether it's soaring the sky or feasting on rocks. We Highlands also live in villages that reflect our unique cultures. The Sheikah are renowned for their wisdom. In fact, our most prolific researchers are among them. The leader of Lookout Landing, Pura, is from the Sheikah tribe. Hyrule has 8 major places that its various people call home. Lookout Landing is located here, in central Hyrule. Up northwest of here, there's Rito Village and Hebra. Then there's Gerudo Town, that's located to the southwest in the Gerudo region. You'll find Goron City to the northeast and Eldon. If you travel a bit farther east, you'll come across Terry Town and Akala. Not too far from there is Sora's domain within the Lunera region. Continuing into southeast Hyrule, you'll come across a cluster of highland villages. These are within an area called Nkluda. Within that cluster, you'll find the Kakariko village, where the Sheikah live. You hear the village leader is quite lovely. If you're seeking a tranquil spot, Tenor Village is a short visit. I also hear it's become Hyrule's center of fashion. Finally, there's Lurin Village. It's a wonderful getaway destination. That happened last time as well, where, like, in this recording, where I said gateway instead of getaway. Many of the aforementioned towns and villages, if you're removing a fraction of monster help soothe the peoples of Hyrule, then that's what we'll do. I keep forgetting that the log thing is there, by the way. So, our master control crew is on patrol every day, gathering information from everyone. What about you? I work with master control crew. We're tasked with protecting everyone from monsters. There's been an uptick in their population since the upheaval. But I'm not really the most skilled in combat, so instead I use my knowledge of the areas to help determine where we should make deployments. Goodbye. There's been an increase in number of unfamiliar monsters since the upheaval as well. Just be careful. Link, well, did you find anything? She flew off. You're telling me the princess was at the castle and then she transformed into light and flew off? Yep. Exactly what I said. I've gotta say, your stories are always interesting. But if you're telling me that's what you saw, then I've got to believe it. Sounds like we need to change our approach. Since the princess flew off, maybe we should redirect our efforts and dig into the upheaval. For now, at least. I like how the little girl copies her. I've already got a few regions in mind to start exploring. I bet we'll pick up clues about where she flew off to as we look around. Oh yeah, you've still got the Pura pad, right? Can I see it for a sec? It's a little worse for wear, but it seems to be functioning fine. Map. Aha! Alright, I forgot that before we can look at your overall map of Hyrule, we need to add map data from right around Lookout Landing. And for that, we need our Skyview Tower. Joshua, what's the status of the Skyview Tower right now? Let me see. Outwardly, the structure looks to be complete. Oh, but the travel point is still undergoing final adjustments. The travel point needs tweaking. Sounds like I better get cracking. Sorry about this, Linky. I'll fix it up quick. In the meantime, why don't you go rest up? You seem pretty tired. The emergency shelter is just the spot for you. It has 3 beds and a kitchen. It's all stocked for getting some rest and rejuvenating yourself. If you want more info, talk to the soldier who is watching over everything from the center right where the emergency shelter entrance is. I had already gone there. If you need clothing for your travels, you should go to Mops's shop. I'll be over by our Skyview Tower, so when you're ready to head out, just let me know.
Yeah.
Alright, Joshua, let's work our final preparations for the tower. I'll hand over... Oh, fuck. Joshua, you're in charge of the switch. Okay, Doc. You can count on me. If I put this here, then that goes there. No, that's not quite it. That should do it. Hey Link, you all set? I just wrapped up here myself. The travel point is working fine now, or it will be once you do your part.
Hey!
We're ready, Joshua. Pull the switch.
Hey! Oh!
All of the Skyview towers have now been activated.
Yeah!
Okay, Link, your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Go hold the prayer pad over that terminal. Alright, the Skyview Tower is now active on your map. That means you can now use this travel point to get here at any time instantly. The same is true for every Skyview Tower you add to your prayer pad. Impressive, right?
Ah.
But Skyview Towers are about more than just traveling quickly. Their primary function is to survey the area, or more simply put, to make a map. The Purapad works with the Skyview Tower and scans the topography directly onto the map.
Uh-huh.
Pretty great, hmm?
Hmm.
Only thing is, you need a paraglider when you're scanning. It takes a lot of skill, and nobody here had what it takes. I was getting excited that I was finally getting the paraglider here. Because, man, to be honest, that's why we haven't tested it out yet. We needed you. Which brings us to this. You do not understand how excited I was that I finally had the paraglider.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's showtime. Let's start with a test scan.
Ah.
Now it's time for our very first test launch. I mean, our first test. Just step over there into the circle and find me afterward. Alright?
Huh.
I'll be observing from the research lab.
Yeah.
When the test scan is over, we'll have a final briefing on the search for Princess Zelda. And I'll also need to update your map with the places where the people has wreaked the most havoc. Best of luck! This is what we saw in the trailer. Except he had a fucking shirt on. And we didn't see the background. I'm pretty sure. We saw this as well. Launch up in the air. Surface map updated. Sky map updated. Welcome back. There was some good gliding up there, Link. I expected nothing less. So, how did it go? Did you get a proper map scan? Yep. Good. That map is crucial to our search. There are sky view towers in every region in the world. You'll want to make a point of visiting them all.
Yes.
Right. Let's talk about the upheaval. It's affected more than just the castle. Reports of other strange phenomena have been coming from all over Hyrule. Let's take a look at our map. At your map. Not our map. What the fuck? Look how barren and empty. The first report comes from Hebra to the northwest. Next up is Eldon to the northeast. The Gerudo are reporting trouble in the southwest. And finally, there's Lanayru to the east. The strange phenomena are concentrated in these 4 regions. I can't say for certain, but I've got the nagging suspicion that we might find out more about Princess Zelda by looking into these phenomena. Hey Doc, I don't know if this is helpful, but I heard something weird the other day. It was about someone who might have seen Princess Zelda at Rito Village over in Hebra recently. That is pretty weird, yeah. Generally speaking, I don't put much stock in hearsay. But this does sound like it's worth looking into. Oh, and before I forget, Link, we've asked the Lucky Clover Gazette to help us in the search for Princess Zelda. There's nobody who knows more about the goings-on in Hyrule than them. You can find them near the entrance to Rito Village. If you do go there, you should speak with the editor. I'm sure she could help out in some way too. I'll be here directing a variety of investigations into the upheavals, many chasms, and new ruins. I'll also be looking into the different villages. Someone somewhere might know what's happened to the princess. I'm counting on you to check out the major phenomena that are troubling regions around Hyrule, Link. We'll find Princess Zelda, one way or another. I was trying to talk to her because I saw the thing. Can't talk to you. It's something I gotta discuss with Goggles right away about researching the chasms. Let's talk later. And then it just disappeared, so I was like, okay. Another shrine. Sheep rotation. Wow, I wonder. And then I was on the wrong one. And then I keep clicking the wrong thing. That happens a lot where I just click the wrong option to switch I'm used to how it was in Breath of the Wild, okay? Obviously it doesn't work. Then I turn it around. And then I figure out that I'm fucking stupid. What the fuck am I doing? I don't know why I didn't do that first. Bro, it's so easy. Let me check what's going on in there. I don't know why I'm running around. Why did I do that? It's very clear where I need to fucking put it. I don't know why I tried to do it like this. Ah yes, bring out the X. And then I did it correctly. He's the elixir. It took me a while to actually figure out how to fucking do those fucking puzzles. I'm mostly struggling with how I'm supposed to rotate it. Oh. Truly amazing work by me. It's not even like super complicated platforming or anything. Just yeah, it's fairly simple because it's not a platforming game. Hey traveler, I'd stay away from that stuff if you care about your health. Folks are calling it gloom. If you get any on you, you start losing your strength. I touched on gloom while poking around in the depths, and now look at me. The worst of it will recover on its own little by little, so as long as you're on the surface. So as long as you're surface. Hold on. But in the depths, it doesn't work. But some investigating later, it turned out to be this is just pitiful. I'm completely reliant on Devil, so I really want to recover by nighttime. My brain is just so fucking lost. Whoa. Hey buddy, what's the big idea? You can't just walk up behind someone who's standing on the edge of a chasm. For one thing, a nasty accident like that would surely halt the research here.
Yep.
Chasm investigation is super important right now for the Sonai survey team. If even one researcher had to stop Joshua, who's hard at work on plans over at Lookout Landing, would cry. Not okay.
Oh.
You know, the giant holes that showed up after the upheaval. There are lots of them. You can't see the bottom. They're so deep, so filled with mystery. We must continue our research for the sake of our dear Joshua. Joshua? Who is she?
Oh.
The tower over there, that's where you find her. Oh,
Oh.
don't startle me again. I'm deep in my investigation work at the moment. And then I did not want to talk anymore. Oh, and then I just saw these as I was walking, so I just joined them.
Hi.
Link, hello. The last time we met was at Hyrule Castle, if I remember right. I'm Haas, captain of Squad 1 of the Monster Control Unit. After our search from Princess Zelda at Hyrule Castle, I've returned to my monster... Fuck it. That moment, we're closing in on a monster encampment. Once we approach their base, we'll wait for the right opportunity and launch an attack. I apologize if I'm big presumptuous, but running into you like this feels like fate. I must say, nothing would be more encouraging than to have you, Hyrule's best swordsman, assist us. If we work together, I'm sure we could bring peace back to this land. And then I just joined them. I got hit pretty hard several times trying to fucking do this. I don't know how much of this is, how much of it was removed, but... And then I tried talking to him, and then someone else, like, came up, and it switched who I'm talking to. Like, I'm sorry, we were in the middle of a mission here. I was like, I didn't want to talk to him in the first place. And then I checked. They hit fairly hard. And then, yep, the one hit. I was like, okay, try again. I don't know how many of the times I tried was put in here. Victory is ours. Bravo, everyone.
Aye.
Okay. Ethan, like, I'm so grateful everything you did for us. So if you don't mind, could you come here for a second? And I was like, please do not remove all the stuff that is on the ground that I can pick up. Come to think of it like this, how to reach a special sword, one more magnificent than all the others. I don't mean to be rude, but your weapon doesn't seem to be all that different from ours. The one I heard about is its true power. Fuck. Well, it's the first time I know it. There's a gap in my knowledge. I'm sorry. I nearly forgot something very important. It's part of the bounty given to the Master Control crew, so please don't hesitate to accept it. We plan to head southeast after this, to Fort Hotino and Cluda. I hope I get the chance to fight with you again. May you fight with the goddess. Fuck, entirely on your side, or some shit like that. Fuck. I am so lost. And then I picked it up, but I didn't. Oh yeah. I could finally buy it. A shirt. I am not. Oh yeah, I switched to the winter gear because it gave me more defense. So. I hope you all had a lovely day, night, whatever time that it is that you're watching this. Hope to see you next time, and goodbye!